Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sylvia and my channel is all about art and craft. So if you're a beginner or you want to learn different types of art and crafts, then this is your channel. Now today we are going to create a nice little box. Hang on, I'll just grab my one that I did yesterday on video and decided no, the video was not good enough. So off to the trash that video went, and here we are again. So I made this little box for Christmas and I thought it's kind of cool. So I'll put that over to the side and we'll get stuck right into it. Now, quite some time ago I went to the Good Sammy's and sort of had a look around, and I found these already made boxes that you can put together yourself. Now I don't know where you get them from, and I sort of thought, well, I've only got 8 left in here. There was 9 in the pack, so obviously one must have been taken out, or several, I don't know, because I don't know how many come in the pack. But all I paid for is 50 cents for this lot at the Good Sammy's. So what I did, I grabbed the box and I open it up like this, and they all seem to be a little bit dirty on the inside, but I'm not concerned about that because you're not going to see the inside anyway. And all I did was, on an A3 bit of paper, I put it down, I traced around it, I wrote down the measurements and everything so that I've got a template. So when I do run out of these, I've got the template to make more out of a bit of cardboard or cardstock, whatever I've got laying around. I'm sure I'll be able to use it in order to create this. Now, I will end up making another template for this, but I'm not 100% sure how I'll go about it yet. So, on a bit of paper will do for the minute. So, there you have it. And I do have this template on my Patreon account if you want to get hold of the template. And there's plenty other traceables on there as well. So, you know, if you like to support me in what I'm doing here on YouTube, then feel free to become a member of my Patreon account. It will definitely be very much appreciated. The first thing that we're going to do, and I'm just going to grab my little bony. What we're going to do is finish off folding on the score lines, and what I like to do is just sort of rub against it, so it's definitely going to crease well. And we'll fold this one over. Damn, that's alright. I'll have to get my tape out. Hopefully I've got enough of the thinner tape, because I think, oops, no, because I think, yeah, that one's too white. Ah, here it is. Beautiful. First thing I'm going to do is grab my double-sided tape, my thin double-sided tape. I just realised I'm going to have to try and purchase some more. I'm sure I can pull that off. I can go to the dollar store and pick up a cheapie, where I get 2 of them in a pack. So we've got that all ready. Okay, that's folded, that's folded. Let's fold the rest. And I'll take you through in a second everything else that we're going to be using. I'm being a little slack on that department this morning. Might have something to do with the fact that I've got to do this video again, and yeah, it does get frustrating when videos don't work out, but hey, at the end of the day, I had fun making the box, so that's all that really matters. Hopefully the weather's going to start warming up again. We started having nice warm weather here in Australia, and then all of a sudden we went back to winter. And it's like, what's going on? Who's turning the thermostat down again up there? We'll have to have a little discussion with them. It's one of the jokes that my husband and I have. So, okay, so now that we've done that, we're pretty much ready to put things together. Now, the one thing I didn't do on this box, and it's basically by choice, you could cover the top and the bottom as well, but I decided I was just going to leave it blank. So, but it's entirely up to you. So, the first thing we're going to need is the red cardstock. Now, I'm going to point something out to you. Now, I don't know if you can get this in the US or anywhere else. I'm pretty sure you probably can. Maybe not this particular brand, but I bought this cardstock, textured cardstock, and it's 30.5 centimetres by 30.5 centimetres. It's 210 GSM. You get 60 pieces in there, 30 colours, which I reckon is awesome. Okay, and because it's so nice and big, you can actually get quite a bit out of these. And what I actually do, just to give you guys a little bit of a tip, I've got this, I made up this little folder, and I put little dividers in, and I've got everything by colour. Okay, and these are basically my offcuts. And I'm going to actually put what I've got left over. I've got all these little scrappy bits, and I don't throw them away because they do come in very handy. But as you can see, I've got quite a bit left over from making this. So, but yeah, I basically keep all my cardstock in here, and I also keep my black cardstock that I purchase, as well as my white cardstock in here. It's just kind of convenient for me currently. So what you're going to need is some red cardstock and some green cardstock, because what we're going to do is we've got green cardstock that goes on the sides here, and then we've got our red cardstock that goes in here. Now I've cut out 2 little pieces of green cardstock which will go across like that, in order to stick these sort of on top, because I didn't want to cut up another big piece of cardstock so that I could create a circle out of it. So I thought that way will be fine. So I'll take you through that in a second. We're going to need bigger ones for the big one. So what I've done is, okay, as you know, I tend to purchase the card making magazines or paper craft magazines, and the bonus with that is that you actually get a link so that you can go and download patterns and things like that. And I remembered I had one magazine from last year which had which was all Christmas, and I didn't have anything that was Christmassy, and I downloaded it, and it came with some wording like this, and it came with a heap of different paper patterns that you could print out. So I just printed it on normal printing paper. So I've got the Christmas flowers here, and I also printed out the snowflakes. Okay, so obviously the snowflakes are going to go onto the red, and the flowers are going to go onto, why is this bigger? Oh, what have I done? Ah, yeah. Wrong measurement, apparently. Okay. That's easy fixed. You know why? I realised what I've done, and I'll show you how I'm going to fix it. Okay. Now, where did I muddle up? I must have muddled up on these. I did too. Bugger. Okay, we'll leave it. The length was supposed to be 155 millimetres, and I made it 145. So it's not going to fit as good as what we had originally in the original one, but never mind. I'll fix it in another way, and I think I know how. Because I can be a little smarty. We'll just put some ribbon behind it or on top. That's the decision I've got to make now. I'm going to put it on top. I reckon we'll put it on top. And that'll disguise the fact that I've done a boo-boo. I'm good at doing boo-boos. But hey, by me doing boo-boos, you get to learn how to fix it. So, we'll be happy about that, I think. What do you reckon? Yeah. Okay. So, this is supposed to measure 50 millimetres across and 155 millimetres in length. So I'm 10 millimetres out on these. That's fine. Then with your red cardstock, it's to measure 110 millimetres across and 155 in length. When it comes to your paper stock, you've got, for the big one, 100 millimetres across and 145 millimetres in length. And these ones are 40 millimetres across and 145 millimetres in length. Okay? Now, these little strips, I didn't actually measure anything, so let's measure it. Is 23 millimetres across, and this should be 50 millimetres. Actually, no, I'll rephrase that. 23 millimetres in height and 50 millimetres across. I've got to remember, we're sticking it down this way, not this way. Okay? And what I did with this circle, when I cut this out, I just put it onto my red cardstock, and I grabbed my compass, and I found the middle to measure how wide like how big this particular circle is. And then what I did is I just sort of went probably probably about 3 millimeters. Okay, roughly about 3 millimeters out, and just drew a circle on it, like a couple of circles, because we needed 2 of them to be our backing. Now everything I already have some tape on. Okay, with the red cardstock I actually used double-sided foam tape because I want it to stand out a little bit more. Everything else has just got normal double-sided tape on it. Okay, you're also going to need some red ribbon. Now this one is 3 millimeters in width, and this green one is 10 millimeters. Okay, I didn't have the red one in the same size, but I ended up sort of thinking, well, it actually looks kind of cool the way it is. So what we're going to do, we'll start off with this, because I'd already put all the tape down, so where I forgot that I've got to go across as well, and I'm going to have to take all this tape off, which means we'll then have to stick it straight on. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is take the top tape off, and I'm going to grab my ribbon, and we're going to somehow work out roughly where the middle is, like so, and then we'll put it underneath, and hang on, we'll move this box for the minute, like so. Pull it reasonably tight, not too tight that you end up ripping the paper. And we'll grab our scissors and we'll cut it so that we've got enough to put over the top and glue it down. And I'll remove this bit of tape and reasonably tight without creasing the paper, and we'll put that down. Now, because that's down now, I'm just going to put some more double-sided tape over the top. This one I actually bought from the hardware store. It's actually a crafting one too. It's called Permastick. Hang it all save the wall. And it's an indoor double-sided craft tape, which is like 50 meters at 12 millimeters. So it's wider than, you know, my other one. But this stuff sticks like super glue to your fingers. So I reckon, you know, it's going to hold everything together really, really well, which I'm kind of happy about. But yeah, and it didn't really cost me all that much, so, but yeah, but it doesn't say whether it is acid-free or not. I'm assuming it is because, you know, it's craft tape, and yeah, they sort of, anyway, stop dribbling, just get on with it, girl. Alright, so now I'm going to take that side off, and we're going to do the same thing again. Try and find the middle somewhere, right about, oh, I'm just going to go there, just like that. And we'll bring it around, make sure that the ribbon stays in the same order and is not twisted on the other side. Something I didn't check originally. Never mind. Okay, why don't you want to come off? You've been coming off so easy. And now you want to be stubborn. Why? Because you can. I know. I know. Sorry guys, I love talking to things. Animate objects, apparently. Hubby comments on it all the time. But then, hey, I'm talking to a camera too. So what's the difference? No difference. Okay, so hold it tight. And whoops, yes, this sticks like super glue. Okay, we're not getting it off. So, yeah, one downside about this tape, it really sticks like super glue. But it's alright. We'll be able to manage it. So what I'm going to do now is remove the middle one as well. Again, if it lets me. Of course it does. And then we're going to grab it. Now this is going to be the fun part. Because it sticks like super glue, I've got to hover over the top and hopefully we'll get it in the middle. Close enough. It's down. Okay, then we're going to grab our circle and again just remove the double-sided tape. Oh, look at that. And then the last one doesn't want to come off, right? Of course it does. Come on. Alright, and then we'll sort of stick that kind of more or less in the middle. At least get it close enough so it somehow looks like it's in the middle. And we'll take the tape off that. And then we're just going to stick that down, like so. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this one here, the way I did it. And then what I'll do is I'll quickly do the other two off camera. And then I'll come back and we'll put the whole lot together. Okay? Now with this one, because I'm doing it completely different, I've got my two little bits of double-sided tape already in the middle, just like I had on the big one. It's just, yeah, the big one ended up being a little bit more tricky. So again, do the same thing again. Stick your ribbon down. Bring it across, make sure it stays straight on the back, and then we'll just cut it to the right length, pull it, take the tape off, and stick it down. And then we can take the backing of the double-sided tape off. Like so. Now remembering these are actually exactly the same size, we're just going to stick it down like that. And I just realised we were going to stick it on top. Never mind, doesn't matter. We can always change our mind, because I'm good at that. And then we're just going to take the backing of this one. Come on. Off you get. Be good. I know you like sticking like super glue, but behave for me, please. Thank you. And then we're going to stick this somewhat in the middle. And I always say somewhat because I'm not measuring or anything like that. I just eyeball it, stick it down, forget about it. And then we're just going to take the tape off this one, maybe. God. All I want is the backing. I don't want the glue. Thank you. Come on. Come on. Thank you. And then we're just going to stick that over the top like that. And there's the panels done. So I'll disappear for a second, quickly do the others, and then I'll be straight back. Okay, we are back. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put these down first, okay, and I've cut up some green ribbon that we can then put around. So we'll just take the backing of these. Come on. That's it. And I reckon it'll still look pretty despite the fact that we've got a ribbon that shouldn't even be there, or a couple of ribbons. But, you know, we just cover up our little mistakes, that's all. Nobody needs to know. So we'll just stick it on like that. And we'll stick the other one on. And there was something I didn't take into consideration, but never mind. I'm sure that it'll be fine. We couldn't possibly have any more boo-boos. Boy, oh boy. Oh, I don't know. Okay, we'll stick that one right about, yeah, right about there. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is pull off this bit of tape here. And what we're going to do, we're going to have to make sure we leave plenty for the other side. Stick that down, because you're going to have to bend it in order to make sure that you will get it tight enough. And you take off the bit of the cover off your double-sided tape from the other side, and you pull it nice and tight. There we go. See, nobody will ever know. It's supposed to be that way, right? Of course. I mean, how I managed to do that boo-boo, I really don't know. I guess I was too excited of doing the video again, so never mind. I'm going to pull that over a bit more. There. Oh boy. Pull that nice and tight. And around. And down it goes. Whoops. Better chop that off. There we go. So we've got one side sorted. Next. Yeah, it is. Cool. Okay, this side. This side's going to be different because you've got both long bits there. Or big bits. Long bits, big bits. The bigger area. There you go. Ugh. You know, I've already had, how many coffees have I had? 4. 4 coffees this morning. Oh, come on. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to stick this one down, like so. Pull it nice and tight. And we're going to have to make sure that the box sort of shows up like that, so that, you know, when we tape it down, it'll tape down nice and tight. Like so. And we'll do the same on the other end. There we go, that's down on one. And we'll do the same thing again. Like that. Beautiful. See, I told you we could fix things. And now we'll take the backing off this. Come on. I thought, you know, putting all this tape on straight off the bat would save me some time, but apparently not, because I'm having trouble getting it off. I should really use my X-Acto knife to pull it off, but I'm not going to. Okay, now this one we're just going to lay down like so. And we'll do the same with that one. Oops. Yeah, I sort of think that, I don't know, whoever had this box, these boxes had sort of decided they weren't doing their art and craft anymore, or, you know, they had it for a particular purpose and they used all the ones that they needed and took the rest to the good semis, I'm guessing. I don't know. But I thought that was pretty cool. Especially to find it at that price, you know, 50 cents. Like, yeah, I'll grab it. Not a problem. Okay. Now again, line it all up and press it down. Like so. And then the last thing we'll be doing is taking off this bit And we're going to bring it across like that. And I like to have it sitting like this so that I can line it up properly and press it down like so. And then you can fold your top and your bottom in like that. And you got yourself a nice little box where you can put some sort of present in there for somebody. And in all honesty, it's actually kind of a cool thing that you could do with the kids. You know, I'm sure kids will help make these boxes, you know, and be creative with it, come up with different ideas. But yeah, this was just one of the ones that I was thinking of, so I thought I'll share it with you. So I hope you found this tutorial very useful, and if you did and you think somebody else might find it very useful as well, be sure to share it with them. You know, share it on social media with friends, family, and be sure to give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and the bell notification. That way you get notified for new videos that are being put up, new tutorials. And currently I actually have videos going up on a Tuesday and a Friday, and that is Perth time. So if you're over in the US, it would be your Monday or your Thursday. So until next week, hope you have an awesome weekend and an awesome week, and make sure you find the time to be creative. Catch us later.